seem to shake you, baby. I can't seem to shake you, baby. All I do is dream about you, baby. All I do is dream about you. Remember when you loved me? I loved you, and then you left me alone. You know I'd always come back home. We can't pretend that this is the end, baby. All I do is dream about you. I can't seem to shake you, baby. I swear tomorrow that I'll give you up. Save the sorrow for when we wake up. But for tonight, it seems I'm tangled up in you, tangled up in you. I can't seem to shake you, baby. I can't seem to shake you, baby. I swear tomorrow that I'll give you up, and I will save the sorrow for when we wake up. But for tonight, it seems I'm tangled up in you, tangled up in you, tangled up in you, tangled up
That's right. And we're back. We're live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Beautiful Linda Raza. Do me a favor. Almost feels like a pinchy, like a 1 week hiatus, but I appreciate you guys waiting for me as I was in Mexico, enjoying the familia, enjoying the square life. The square life, that's the life for me, cabrones. You know what I mean? Catch me at my daughter's volleyball game. Catch me at my son's baseball game. Or catch me in the motherland in Mexico, like the ocean. I'm in motion. We got a lot to talk about tonight. It almost seems like we're going to do a pinchy 1 month wrap up on what a lot of stuff has been happening. But first, we're going to go through exactly what we do here on Chicano Street, is go through all the formalities. And yeah, we're going to open up the phone lines as well. A little bit later, we'll open up the phone lines and see where we take it tonight. But first, let's kick it like this, the way we do. We got our sazon. We got our own seasoning. A lot of cabrones quieren remedirnos, pero no pueden, cabrones. So, gracias all the day oneers. Gracias everyone inside the members only. The members only is the backbone of the Pinchy community. They already know what it is, man. Shout out to all the members only that have been there since day one with something 99 every single month. But really, it's more than you know. It really is. It's a gesture, man. It's a token and it's a gesture. So again, shout out to all the Raza channels, all the raza pages, those of us that are left, they're falling every single day, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cabrones. But we're going to talk about a lot more substantial things tonight because this is really why I made this channel, man. I made this channel because we needed to go ahead and come on YouTube and get some accurate representation, that's some unbiased shit of someone that's not bought, not paid, no one got receipts on me, no one controls what I say, no one pulls my strings, and a lot of people might get mad at that, but it is what it is, right, cabrones? So again, all the formalities are done. I appreciate everyone that's in the comment section. I see you right there, level JOS Watson. Oh man, level JOS Watson. I see you, cabron. I appreciate you. Hold on a second. I forgot one detail. Where is it? Here it is. What is it called? That one. I forgot that one, man. Wes Watson, I see you, cabron, man. You're where are you at? You're in the jail, cabron. You're waiting for the chain, cabron. You're waiting for the chain, man. It's gonna be all good, cabron. Except the food. The food's fucked up now. I'll tell you that. I mean, now they're fucking giving them ultra processed. They're giving them a couch for breakfast. Put it like that. Anyone that wants to go to the Department of Corrections, you're gonna eat a couch for breakfast and some milk and some cereal and stare at the wall. You know, that's all you're gonna do over there. But I appreciate you, Wes Watson. Daniel Berry Sports, that's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Hey, Michael Gonza, I see you, my boy. Bakers is in the casa, that's right. Death Row, that's right. Death Row. Eric AC, Little AZ, respect my brother, that's right, man. I appreciate you guys. Hey, hit that like button. Do me a favor, though. That's all I ask, cabrones. We don't do this for some change. We don't do this for numbers. We don't do this for none of that shit, man. We do it for shits and giggles, entertainment. At the end of the day, if we could do something to bring awareness, bring a conversation to the table, like we're going to be talking about tonight, we will get into a little bit of Chisme. I know you guys have been sending me the clips. That's crazy, but let's do that on the tail end. How about that, man? Let's go ahead and kick this shit off righteously the way we need to. It's Friday night. I know a lot of cabrones are already in motion. Are doing a lot of things. Hey, if you're out there on Friday night, just be safe, man. At the end of the day, it's about getting home to your pinche familias. And about trying to prove a point, be a tough guy, fucking save the day, be a hero, or none of the other bullshit, man. Just make it home to your familias and be safe if you're out and about, all right? All right, let's go ahead and kick this thing off, man. First thing I wanted to go ahead and bring up. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Here we go. That's right. Up from the ashes. That's right, cabron. I appreciate you, cabron. I think we'll talk about that, but more on, a little bit on the back end, up from the ashes. A little bit more on the back end, man. Let's go ahead and bring something up. Let's go. And I feel like it's been too long, cabrones. All right. Again, Chicano Street Studios, man. We're back. We're here. Like we never left. I want to go ahead and bring this up to the people and see what the people thought about what the district attorney recently said right here. This is in regards to the Menendez brothers. So if you didn't know, the Menendez brothers, the Netflix series, it brought a lot of attention, right, over to the Menendez brothers, right? It brought to light, they said, new pieces of evidence. One of them being una carta. Well, we're gonna read it right here. One of them being una carta, and another one is like a testimony from, believe it or not, is one of the band members from the pinche the band called Menudo. Okay, no, that's exactly what they're called. They're called Menudo, cabrones, just like the food. Okay, but when there was a little bit of a buzz on Netflix, oh man, it's fucked up how they did them and blah blah blah, and we live in a country right now where they show a lot of sympathy to perpetrators. It didn't used to be like that. This country, I'm gonna have to remove this from the screen. I'm gonna get it to right now. This country now shows a lot of sympathy and disregards the victims. Okay. How do I know this? It was just like that movie. I'm going to recommend a movie. I'm going to recommend a movie. That way you guys can go and see it. And you guys give me your take on it, right? That's right, Death Row. I see you, cabron. Little AZ. That's right, cabron. I appreciate you, cabron. The movie is called 15 Minutes with Robert De Niro. Okay. And the movie was about these two, I think it was Serbian. These two Serbian vatos, these two Russian Serbian dudes, right? Vatos, whatever you want to call them, right? And they came to the country 15 minutes. I think it came out like in 2001, somewhere around there, right? These dudes came to the country, and the main dude, who was like the main mastermind, the main motherfucker, the one that was like, oh, how can we come up? How can we come up? This dude was just seriously just thinking of coming up, man. That's all he wanted to do was come up, right? One of the dudes. And he figured out this is the way we do it in America. This is a trip, man. This is going to trip you out. This dude figured out I could whack someone that's a high profile person. The public is going to have empathy on me because I'm going to come out with a story. Well, the reason I did that is because I was abused when I was a child. And then let me tell you what my mother did to me. But wait. Let's not stop there. Let me tell you what my father did to me. Wait. That's not over. Let me also tell you what my grandparents did to me, what the dog did to me, what the cat did to me, what the pinchy frog did to me, the bugs in the grass, you name it. And he ended up catching a case, mató a Robert De Niro, who was a high-profile New York detective, got a book deal for millions of dollars, got a fucking movie deal when the lawyer came to visit him in jail, gente. The lawyer came to visit him in jail. That's right, Death Row, I appreciate you. When the lawyer came to visit him in jail, the fucking dude is facing a muerte. He dropped the body of a high-profile guy. And guess what the dude's telling the lawyer about? The only thing he's talking about is the book deal, the movie deal coming up. That's the only thing this cabron is talking about, man. So when the old district attorney was on his way out, and I think it was on AC's channel. I want to say that he interviewed the dude. Okay, Nathan Hochman is his name, right? He saw things a little bit differently. Okay, now it's no secret. Okay, one of the reasons he's going to want to endorse him and support him is because he lines up with his values. Let's just say that. We all know American Cholo leans hard conservative, just like I do. I'm not fucking ashamed to admit it or nothing. That's politics. It just is what it is. You vote for whoever the fuck you want to vote for and leave me out of it, and I'll leave you out of it. How about that? And that's one of the reasons he had Nathan Hochman. Well, now that there is a conservative district attorney, let's go ahead and read it right here. This comes off of the No Jumper Los Angeles, man. Shout out to No Jumper, cabrones. Biggest podcast, right? On the West Coast, I believe. It says this: the Menendez brothers got a thumbs down from the LA County District Attorney when it comes to getting a new trial based on new evidence. Is what they're saying right here. Based on new evidence, right? LA County DA Nathan Hochman just announced his office will oppose the brothers' request for another trial based on two pieces of evidence: a letter from Eric to his cousin, purportedly written in 1988, where Eric discusses sex abuse, and a declaration from a member, just like I said, Menudo, saying Jose Menendez was abused in the 1980s. The district attorney, Nathan Hochman, again, more conservative. Depending how you see things is depending the glasses that you got on, right? And over here, it ain't fucking Crips and Bloods, so forget about that shit. Forget about trying to come over here. And if you went to college and you got te lavaron el coco, that's cool. You went to a red college, that's cool. You went to a blue college, that's cool. I don't know nothing about that. All I know is the barrio. All I know is the neighborhood. All I know is the community. All I know is the raza. And all I know is the real issues that affects them. Everything else is just, could be a byproduct of that, right? We want to argue about the border and immigration, which we might get to tonight. Speaking of that, we got 4 people that have already RSVP'd for the town hall That's on March 12th. We're going to have the next town hall by popular demand. We're going to go ahead and bring back some guests, you guys, that are some amazing guests. You guys, by popular demand, wanted them to come back on. So guess what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to bring them back on. 2 or 3 guests that you guys want to hear more insight of. That's March 12th. That's at 6 o'clock. It's going to be online and streaming on multiple platforms, all right? Multiple platforms. That's right, Mile High Hustle. I see you, my boy. That's right. I see you, cabron. Telly Savalas in the casa. That's right, Team Telly. I see you, cabron. I interviewed Nathan Hockman. Oh, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. All right, so let's go. Let's go back. Let's get back into it. This dude is saying the DA says the new evidence, again, Nathan Hockman, he's a conservative, okay? I'm not trying to aventándolo. When I say that, I just want you to know how much politics does persuade our outlook on life. It does, man. It does. Immigration, everything, right? The victims, there is a time where the victims were getting outshadowed by the perpetrator story because the perpetrator got a story. Yeah, man, you know, oh man, this happened to me, that happened to me, this, oh, pobrecito, pobrecito. I'm gonna give the perpetrators a little bit of reality right now. Let me take these cabrones off the screen. I'm gonna give any perpetrator a dose of reality, man. The answer is, did you do it or you didn't do it? The question is, did you do it or you didn't do it? Well, and I get it. They come up with different things, right? Crimes of passion now. You got crimes of passion, right? The guy walks in the room. He sees the girlfriend or whatever doing the boogie with someone else. I get it. Pulls the trigger, etc. Or it could be vice versa. I get it. They call that crimes of passion. They use that to mitigate a little, to offset a little bit of the punishment, right? Now, at the end of the day, the way that Netflix movie looked, gente, the way that fucking Netflix movie looked, it did make you want to lean toward having a lot of sympathy, man, a lot of compassion for what was going on over there, which was fucked up. Let's just keep that a buck, man. See, a lot of us think, oh, this cabrones, they grew up with a fucking silver spoon, right? And they have all the feria and they have all this and I have all that, and they got it easy. But it ain't always that easy. Sometimes behind closed doors, it could be a fucking nightmare for you, for your life, for everyone. It could be a nightmare. That's right, cabron. I see you. Sun Hole 408, black and teal. That's right, cabron. The town hall is the beginning of a good thing. Well, I appreciate you, my boy. I appreciate you, man. The goal that we got for the town hall, gente, is our voice is already getting heard, especially here, right here in my community. I could already say that, right? We got the mayor already on the town hall, but it's the people's voice that we want to hear. It's the people's voice that we're hearing about these issues, right? Like the one that we're going to go into now. Let's go ahead and go into what we got next right there. That's right, Eric AC. I appreciate you, cabron. Gracias for that comment, cabron. Don't forget to hit that like button, man. We're back. Feel like we never left. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Beautiful, linda raza. Hit that like button one more time for your boy. Do it one more time. And yeah, we will get to talking a little bit later about what's been going on the internet, right? In the Chicano genre, the West Coast genre, the California genre. We might play some clips, all of that shit, right? We'll get into it. Why not? We don't duck. We don't dodge a thing. Not a single pinchy thing, right? All right, next thing, let's go ahead and get into it, cabrones. What's next? Let's keep it pushing. Come on. All right, here it is. All right. All right, here it is. All right, where we're gonna go? We're gonna go to Instagram or we're gonna go to X. I think we're gonna go to X, man. All right, here it is. Let me bring it up, cabrones. DOGE. So we just had a brand new FBI director. He just got instituted, and we're going to check him out, man. The leader of the FBI, man, has to be someone with a high level of integrity, high level of morals, high level of principles. Even especially like with the Chisme that's been going on recently. You've been seeing the Chisme and all that shit. It seems like principles go out the window, man. Just gone out the window, man. Based on friendships, could be. Based on, well, I fuck with the dude. It could be. See, the thing that's going to separate everything is the principle, though. If there wasn't a principle, you wouldn't know. Let me, before I bring up Cash Patel. If it wasn't for the principle, cabrones, you wouldn't know what's right and wrong. Let's just keep that a buck. If there were no principles established anywhere, then every pinchy thing would be a gray area. Everything would be a gray area. Well, I don't know about that. That's a gray area. That's a gray area. This is what principles do. Principles hold us to a standard. When you got the director of the FBI, let's talk about the previous one. The previous director of the FBI raided La Casa of an active presidential candidate. Went all up in his underwear drawers, closets, safes, looking for boxes, looking for documents, looking for evidence. This is what the previous director did. People would look at that and say, well, in the normal realm of common sense, that doesn't make sense. It seems like they're weaponizing the whole department to go after a certain individual, which is the wrong thing. Now, you could say, well, Mikey, I don't know. I don't like to do another. It don't matter. It does matter, but that's on you. What I'm saying is right and what I'm saying is wrong. Because if they do it to that individual on a very high level, just go after him and throw all of the departments after him. Go after him, right? Shoot shots, blast, all that stuff. Then they could do that to anyone. To anyone. Right now, you have a lot of politicians now that the FBI director, a new FBI director, is in the casa. Casa Blanca, cabrones. Hit that like, man.
Now you home with us and defend the barrio. Patos locos forever. Forever.
In case I didn't put that number up, there it is, cabrones. All right, here it is. The weaponization, man. That was huge, man. That's crazy, man. Just like the slap in the face. Well, I don't want to digress. Let's go one thing after another, right? We might talk about that cabron Fuchi a little bit too. But let's go ahead and see what Cash Patel has to say.
Literally, first and foremost, we were just with President Trump, and I just want to thank him. I know he's not here in the room right now, but what a ride we have been on. What a courageous warrior and leader he has been, and the faith and trust he has put in me to lead the FBI is the greatest honor that I'll ever have in my life. And to General Bondi, that sounds pretty freaking cool. Pam, you're my sister, you're my mentor, you're my friend, you're my boss, and the confidence you have placed in me, I will never violate the trust. The men and women of the FBI will be led under your leadership through one standard, the Constitution. So thank you for entrusting me, Pam.
All right, we're not going to play the whole thing, but obviously you get it, man. We got a new sheriff in town, okay? It says, you're talking to a first-generation Indian kid who is about to lead the law enforcement community in the greatest nation on God's earth. You've been noticing this, cabrones. You know this. They've been putting people in positions that are firsts, right? We got the first lady that speaks 6 languages. No one's talking about it. We got the first time a Latino, Marco Rubio, a Latino, the first time. He is the 3rd highest ranking official in the entire United States of America. The Secretary of State. No one's talking about that. The first FBI director. Like he said right there, Indian kid, first generation, about to lead the nation, about to lead the law enforcement community in the greatest nation on God's earth. Now, this is what he's stirring the pot on. Hit that pinche like, gente. That's right, AC. I see you, my boy. SoCal, that's right, cabron. We're going to talk about this dude right now, man. Don't trip on this dude, man. Hey, don't trip on this dude. Let me see. Can you see it or not? All right. Yeah, this cabron, don't trip on that, man, because I'd rather be called. I like those names, man. You know, what I don't like is if a motherfucker would come on the internet and say I'm a fake OG. I'm an OG. I'm a tough guy. I'm this and that. You call me whatever the fuck you want. It don't matter. You know what I mean? I'm going out like a square. The square life is for me, and that's fine. But me, as far as I'm concerned, ain't no weirdo shit on me. And we got a little bit of fucking vibes coming from over there. We'll play that clip right now. We'll play that clip, man. We'll bring up Chemo's Flicks in a little bit and react to that. And another clip, too, I might react to. I'm not sure. There's a lot of clips that I got, but I'm going to do this on the back end, gente. Let's do the Chisme on the back end, all right? If someone sent me a clip from A Prisoner's Awakening, let's go. I want to go ahead and play that clip as well. We'll react to that. That's the YouTube yada that shit, man. But let's get to a little thing more substantial, man. Do me a favor, though. Hit that like, man. Hit that share button, too. If you're watching on your phone, you can hit that share button. That's Snapchat, TikTok, IG, Facebook. You let YouTube know exactly what's happening, man. I appreciate you. Enrique Ledesma's in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. He says, the weaponization or lack thereof of government shows who is worthy of the power assigned to the position. You know, the weaponization is in the eye of the beholder. Because someone could say, fuck that. We need to burn this whole shit to the ground and start over. But if Heels Up Harris would have went in office, we probably would have got 10% inflation. We probably would have hit 7% unemployment. But the internet would have been cool. Hey, guys, everything is fine. Debt, bleeding. Everything's fine. Bleeding. But as long as you feel good, I guess it's okay, right? Wrong, cabrones. That's a wrong. Speaking of that, it's just like the hypocrisy is real, man. $5,000 DOGE is estimating. Again, some people want to say, it's not going to happen. Well, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. You don't even know if you're going to wake up in the pinchy morning, do you? Is that guaranteed? Is that for certain? So again, none of us know if it's going to happen. But if you're talking about they've estimated since January 20th, they've been saving over $1 billion a day. And people are screaming. So the same people, trip on this. The same people giving away money, stimmy, give it away. Yes, using that as a tool for the people. Like when they put the fucking carrot in front of the donkey, and the donkey keeps going and going to get the carrot, but it's so dumb it doesn't realize that it's never going to get the carrot because hanging off a stick that's like 4 feet in front of it, and the shit ain't just going to work out. The same people are saying, we can't give money to the American people. Make that make sense. Well, Mike, and then here come all the rumors. Well, I just heard that it's for the rich. But who said that? Because my understanding is that it's going to be for tax-paying Americans. That's just my understanding. So how could helping Americans be a bad thing and giving them a $5,000 tax break? They're saying that the 5,000, and this is for every American in the United States, cabrones. You're thinking that's impossible? Let me tell you what the math is. $5,000, which is a tax relief break, which is a tax break, which is they're not calling it a stimmy, tax kickback, whatever they're calling it, would only be 15% of all the money that the country was sending overseas. 15%. But since we don't have to fund Sesame Street in Iraq, we don't have to send condoms to Gaza, we don't have to pay for sex changes in Guatemala, the American people can have that money back. I want to see what the people say about that. Good thing or a bad thing? All right, give me a second. Let me go ahead and sorry. All right, that. Perfect. All right. Let's keep it pushing, man. That's right. LA County in the house. LA County's always been in the casa, man. Boy, I appreciate you. Daniel Gonzalez. That's right, cabrón. Ooh, chingado, way. I just got back from Mexico, man. The only thing I do regret is I didn't buy any more things for like the studio, man. You see right here, this is the Aztec. This is the Aztec death whistle. Aztec death whistle right here. These are two shots from Puebla right there. This is the pyramid right here. Boom. This is where we sacrifice lambs right here.
Life's a risk, carnal.
And then this is the last one that I got, was a badass little ashtray right there, man. It's a skull ashtray. And then the Guerrero over there, that's a badass one. That's the only thing I regret that I didn't get when I went back to Mex this last time. I didn't do no fucking border shopping like I always do. Francisco Guzman. Hey, Mikey, honestly, I don't know because I haven't hopped on your lives in a while, but I was wondering if you guys talked about the tattoo artist, because low-key, his story is hard to believe. I was wondering what was you. I have talked about it. I've talked about it more than once. I do have to say this, man. I'm disappointed in a lot of people. I'm disappointed in a lot of people, and everyone has their prerogative to say what they want to say, but I'm really disappointed in a lot of people, man. People that it seemed like the vendettas are deeper than the principles. That's what it seems like right there. When it comes to that, bro, it just, the energy is, I did it, so what? That's pretty much the energy you're gonna get. Arrogant, cocky. This has nothing to do with anyone else. This is just a one-on-one thing right there, bro. You can't come on here, with that kind of energy. I mean, fuck, man. The best thing we would have did, bro, is just do a video looking straight at the pinchy camera. I fucked up. I did it. I'm accountable. I'm responsible. No one else. Just me. And I fucked up and I was wrong. Instead, what you're hearing is like we were talking about the Menendez brothers. Well, this is the reason I did it. Desma. It's a dead topic. Move on. Yeah, it was it was turning into a dead topic until No Jumper, who has over 10 million people, starts putting clips on it and shit. And then it goes to that level. Do I wish any harm on anyone? Absolutely not. But to call the young woman out by her name is wrong. To call this young woman some ghetto ass shit like baby mama is wrong. For you to hold your head up high, knowing it was wrong, but trying to explain it away is wrong. She needs to be called what she needs to be called. She's only the victim. Answer me this. Was she 16 or not? Was she 16 or not? Chemo's place in the casa. That's right, cabrón. Their emotions cloud their rationality, sensitive needs YouTuber. Let's go ahead and bring up a clip. Might as well, man. Little disappointed. I was a little disappointed, this clip, man. Someone sent me this clip. I was gonna do a little live on it earlier. I had it loaded, but I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and just react to it right now, man. I do want to do this on the back end, though. I did want to do this on the back end because we got more things to talk about, man. We got a lot more things to talk about, but let's go ahead and just deal with it, right? Someone says, hey, Mikey, they said this, and it's cool, man. Don't trip on the internet, cabrones, all right? Trip when you got lawyers on your ass. That's when you trip, all right? Trip when you got fucking charges, weirdo charges. Trip when you get a 16-year-old girl pregnant. That's when you can trip. Don't trip on the captions, right? So let's go ahead and play this clip. And this clip was from a live that happened. I think it was last night. It was a clip that happened last night. And I was like, when I heard this clip, I was like, damn, 2 wrongs don't make a right. But anyways, let's play this clip.
Ignorance is going to beget ignorance.
Yeah.
And they're going to have your trolls, people that know. There's people on here in the comments that know what the fuck I'm saying, that you're saying. They know that you didn't do anything wrong inherently, technically. But, you know, obviously at the end of the day, you got a 16-year-old pregnant, and that's what they're focusing on, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they're focusing on. And to me, it's just like 100% that's wrong. 100%.
Pinche hell, man. I got a problem with that. I'm really disappointed. Fuck it. We don't hold no punches, man. I'm really disappointed because before this, he was talking about, yeah, Paisas got set up and this got set up and that got set up. Look, however the fuck the dude's career ended, it ended. The streets don't want to hear shit. There ain't no buying back. There ain't none of that. So that's why I was trying to understand. I'm like, how is it wrong? How is it wrong when there's a victim? No one is talking about the victim. Well, she did this and she did that. Yeah, she could have fucking hypnotized you. She could have put something, and no sé aquí en a pinche agua, spike this, spike. No matter what, there's dirty situations like that. Absolutely, I'm sure it happens all the time, man. But how does that merit that was wrong? Now, I did notice that he kind of caught himself. He was like, oh shit, they're going to clip me. They're going to clip me. Because there was nothing done wrong? I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but let's finish the whole clip.
Ignorance is going to beget ignorance.
Yeah.
And they're going to have your trolls, people that know. There's people on here in the comments that know what the fuck I'm saying, that you're saying. They know that you didn't do anything wrong inherently, technically. But, you know, obviously at the end of the day, you got a 16-year-old pregnant, and that's what they're focusing on, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they're focusing on. And to me, it's just like 100% that's wrong. 100%. Can't nobody come in here and be like, hey, are you okay with an adult getting a 6-year-old pregnant? Whether that motherfucker be 18 years old or 70 years old, it doesn't fucking matter. It's wrong. It's fucking wrong.
2 wrongs don't make a right. So to me, that was contradicting itself. Hey, what you did was wrong, but that other people are judging you is wrong as well. But what you did was wrong, but other people judging you. I'm just trying to make it make sense, gente. I really do want to just move on from this thing. I'm not trying to beat this thing. People think, oh, Mikey, you have a personal. No, it's fucking trending. We're going to talk about trending shit, man. I've been analyzing the situation, like trying to see it from what everyone's dropping on videos, right? There was another clip, and I think I'm gonna bring it up. It was on. I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed, but hey, this is Chicano Street, man. We don't hold back no punches, man. I'm disappointed in a few individuals, man. I definitely am, man. This was another clip that was sent. It was just the link. Here it is. Wait a second. All right. All right. This one. All right. So, all right. This was another clip that was sent to me. Let's go ahead and bring it up. And again, I'm disappointed. Hey, people don't. What I say, and I don't give a shit what you think, anyways, man. We got our own lane right here. We're gonna carve out our own lane. We're gonna carve out our own journey. What's right is always gonna be right. What's wrong is gonna be wrong every fucking time. And that's just it, man. That's 100% it. So people have been sending me DMs. Hey, Mikey, this guy's talking shit. But it's more about politics. It's more, hey, he thinks because you like this guy or you voted for this or whatever that the politics is this. Well, this is different shit now. Now this is different. I don't know what the fuck is floating in the air, but this is different. And this came across my feed. Someone sent me the link. I had to go and see it. I didn't think it was true, but we're just calling a spade tonight. It's Friday night. We're calling spades. I'm disappointed 100%. People that I thought were level-headed, people that I thought could see through the bullshit, people that I thought were going to be unbiased, at the end of the day are saying, fuck that. Because I got a personal beef with this dude, my principles go out the window. This is a clip that was sent to me. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Be in Mars situation, the blue dildos are American cowards. I'm being punked by Uncle Watt. Oh, yes. But on the serio, Sonny, I'd rather be in Mars situation than blue dildos are American cowards. I'm being punked by Uncle Watt. Oh, yes.
The internet is a motherfucker, man. They're going to hold receipts on you all day long. The receipts are there. Someone that values, this is street shit, okay? Don't get it twisted, right? All that street, I don't give a fuck about the street shit. Been there, done that shit, a lot of wasted years. All I was doing was all those fucking years, I was going in the same room of mom's house while she's going gray hair 2 years at a time, 3 years at a time, leaving all this fucking time. So that's why I have a disdain for tough guys that come on the internet and I'm fucking tough and I'm fucking bad, okay? But anyways, it is YouTube. It is content creating. So we react to content. If you want to be a public figure, you wanted to be a public figure, we're going to call some shit out now, okay? That you hate the dude so much, and I get it, man. Bad blood, a lot of shit going on. We don't know half of the story. We really don't. We don't know half of the story of what happened behind the scenes. I was trying to talk about the main governor, the 70 Christians that were beheaded in Congo. We're going to get to those things, man. But since we're on it right now and the chat is lit, go ahead and just drop that like button, man. I'm really disappointed, man. I'm not the standard bearer. I'm nobody. Fuck, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? You can call me like that one pendejo orejas de satélite, cornball and all that shit. It's better than being called what the DA called me the last time I got sentenced. The fucking DA called me the poster boy for gangs. I'd rather be called a cornball than the poster boy for gangs. But anyways. People that still value that though, right? My name. There's people that still value their name. There's people that still value their palabra. There's people that still value a handshake. That's all they need to get the deal done. But because we're clouded in our vision, I fucking hate this motherfucker. I know. I guess it's just been easier from some other cabrones to kind of let grudges go. I let grudges go so easily, it kind of does surprise people, right? Like, what? That's a wrap. You know what I mean? Let that go. And that's for me. That's not for you. That's for me. That's so I can sleep at night. I want to sleep good at night. So I let grudges go, right? This is the internet, though. YouTube landia, you know. Cálmase.
Kill you! Fuck these other vatos, ese! Get up, Chucky! Get up! You fuck with my familia, eh? You gotta answer to me here and now. Come on, toe to toe.
That's right. Irony Fisticuffs. I see you. Kimos Flicks. Miss Chicano Tube's in the building. That's right. I appreciate you, amor. All right. That you hate someone that it would flog and cloud your mind, that you would throw away your name, your palabra, your handshake. It just sounds like that. Unless, like I said earlier on another live, I think one of the midday lives, you could have just misspoke. You know what I mean? Said something real quick. Whoa. Fuck. But the internet got it, man. The internet got it, man. Out of the abundance of the mouth, the heart speaks. That's what the word says. It says, don't be quicker to hear, slower to speak, and slower to wrath. That's what James says, right? I'm still under the impression that probably will get cleaned up on a video, but there is no way that you're going to put me on a boat with someone that harms a child. No way. Make that make sense to me. Someone, please. All these dudes that are blasted back and all these dudes that are sleeved up, all these dudes that glitch shot up. And I'm talking about the people that still act like that. You know what I mean? Still act like that. I was around those motherfuckers since I was in a crib. So this high level of politics and getting done dirty and all this other shit, like when I got done dirty at that fight and all that other stuff, I done seen these characters from day one, man. Day number one, man. All these characters, all these little mañas. But that I hate someone so much that it's going to cloud my vision on the principle that's established. There's just a principle. That's all it is. You want to base it on the street? This is what the street says. This. Not what you wanted to say, but since you want to be a street individual, this is what the street says. The energy is almost like, I did it. Ike. We're not going to beat this thing with a dead horse, but that was a one and done. That pretty much was a one and done, man. It got worser with every passing video. People think, it's personal. It's not, man. It's not. It's been 3 up. It's been 3 down on the YouTube yarda, man. What you want me to say? Eric AC, Miss Chicano Tuba, I appreciate you, cabrón. Gracias, man. I appreciate you, Eric AC. I was disappointed with that clip. I'm disappointed with certain individuals that I don't know what it is. I really don't. Someone said, Mikey, would you have the person on the channel? I don't want the person on the channel. Did I try to get that interview? I mean, this is Chicano Street. The individual identified as a Chicano. The individual had some influence, and I did attempt, I'm not going to lie, I did attempt to get that interview. Now, I don't know what all these other allegations, and when I talk about allegations, I'm talking about the Chicano thing, right? Because again, there was another caller that called in and said, you know, and I don't give a shit, but that one parent is this and one parent is that. I don't know. The facts, plain and simple, we laid out the foundation. If one parent is not raza, and I'm talking Mexicanos, I'm talking Mexican. If one parent is not raza, it goes out the window. Whew. I remember Norby's was on the channel one time, and Norby's asked me, well, what do you think, right? He goes, can one be not and still be Chicano? I said, it can't. Unless you want to go off of feelings. Hey, I feel like I'm a black lesbian. I mean, I don't know. All right, let's keep it pushing. Death row, nothing but calaveras, cabrón. That's right, cabrón. I appreciate you. Miss Chicano Tube, right? Oh shit, man. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I was looking at that picture, bro. I was like, and the phone line's open, man. Anyone that wants to call, call. I want someone to call and tell me I got my facts fucked up, man. Because all I'm talking about is what's on the internet. I'm not making phone calls. I don't need to know the backstory. Well, I slipped, tripped, and fell on top of her. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Some people do. Like I played a clip, and I'm disappointed, man. Hey, come on the channel and tell me everything. Tell me the whole why. Why we should have sympathy for you. But it was wrong all along, and you never looked in the camera and said, I fucked up, man. Not that you need to save face for the internet, but that shit is a one and done, man. And people are staying away from it, man. Some people are staying away from it, right? They're not talking about it, etc. If you're a civilian, you see the things differently, right? People have been trying to drag Norbies into this. They've been trying to Norbies this and they've been trying to drag Tony into it. And then all of a sudden get enablers and perpetrators and sympathizers. And that's all street shit. That's all. And so at the end of the day, that don't mean shit to Norbies. It's not going to mean shit to Tony. You know what I mean? Because the street shit is they don't identify with the streets. They don't identify with the streets. I'm not in the streets. I'm fucking retired. Olvídalo, man. You'll fucking catch me at a volleyball game. You know what I mean? Catch me at my son's baseball game, you know?
Thinking of letting him in, ese?
Told you he was my best crime partner.
He ain't Mexican, ese?
David Sanchez in the casa. I appreciate you, cabrón. I just got on. I like the stance you took, but what about the minions? He's been helping. Clear. I see how you see it, cabrón. I can see how you see it. Anyone that wants to go after anyone, well, you have the right to. I mean, you're in a fucking free country. You can go after anyone that you want to, right? It's a free country, man. I don't attach that to him. Because at the end of the day, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. At the end of the day, one person's name is clean and the other person's name, ya valió. At the end of the day, if you want to boil it all down. So I'm a proponent for that. And I hope he doesn't feel, fucking Mike. I get it, man. When you're tight, when you're close, etc. Right? This is the internet. We met on the internet. This is the internet. And it is what it is. But when someone does something like that, and then the arrogant, cocky attitude, I know it all, is all the energy that's radiating out of the individual, no one is going to want to hear shit about the Bible no more. No one is going to want to hear nothing about parenting. No one is going to want to hear nothing about how to be a father. No one's going to want to hear how to do a relationship. You were talking about not sticking your shit in everyone, and at the same time, you were sticking your shit in everyone. Are those facts or are they not facts, man? Let's keep it pushing, man. Chemo's in the casa. That's right. I appreciate you, pinche Chemo, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I was surprised with that. I'm surprised that they would go after American Cholo. And again, Mikey, you're fucking all of a sudden you're doing it. Yeah, I can see the DMs. Trust me. The DMs are interesting. My DMs are interesting. But this is 2025, man. We're still on the unity tip. I don't give a shit. We're still on the unity tip. Unity, just because the weirdos are getting weeded out, doesn't mean unity is not happening. Everyone got united in order for us to have a prosperous next 4 years. And I know that triggers some people, gets some fucking people mad, but I'm telling you the truth because I'm a numbers guy. I just look at the numbers. I don't look at memes. I look at numbers. There was that, aligning side by side. Hey, let's push the people to prosperity, man. Let's get the people saving some money, buying some houses, paying off some debt. Let's get fucking eggs at what eggs should cost. Let's find out. Let's audit these places and find out where all this money is going to. And now they're screaming. They're screaming. The same people that love to hand out money are screaming you can't hand out money. I guess the saying goes, show me the person and I'll show you the crime. When you really got it out for someone, right? And that takes me to this other cabrón, Orejas de Satélite. Let's talk about him a little bit, man. Why not? Let me see. What was that on? Chemo, you don't have IG, huh? No, you don't have IG, cabrón. What was that on? Open another tab. YouTube. All right. Here's Chemo. Gracias, cabrón. Boom. All right. Here we go. So, gracias, Chemo, cabrón. Share this right here. Chemo's a real one. He ain't striking channels and none of that shit. I know some people say, oh, you strike a channel, it's ratting. And then, well, I mean, it kind of is. I mean, you strike a channel, it's ratting because, oh, I hate what you got to say. Well, fucking get the fuck out of the United States then, bro. Because in this country, everyone's going to say what they want to say. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I just wanted to mention that. Chemo's a real one. This individual right here, right? I mentioned him, right? Let's trip out on it.
From my understanding, it was his son that put it out there. This was a relationship. It was a one-night stand. It was a one-night stand. It was a one-night stand. It was a one-night stand.
That fool knew her age. He been fucking her. He kept fucking her.
Well, he said it was just a one-time thing. Go ahead.
My little sister was saying, and it's too bad she's not here, like I said, because these are her words. He was putting that little girl in the room. He stayed in no studio, one bedroom. Everyone knows this shit. If you've been there, get tired, you know how his room, you know how his house looks. He put that little girl with my sister. You could hear everything. I remember. Shit, I remember, dog. Whatever the fuck. Long story short, that bitch was coming over, sleeping in the living room with this fool. They're getting it on. Fool, my little sister can hear everything. You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie. She's not a liar like this fucking girl here, lying for a fucking promo.
And no offense, but to the females that went to his shop, more than likely were probably hood rats. Because at that age, all young and blasted and shit, let's keep it real. Those are not your little girls, straight up. Those are the hoodies.
Victim blaming is split into three types of blame: behavioral blame, character.
That's right, Chemo. Again, I seen so much shit, man. When it comes to issues like this, I seen them, man. I've been in one of these environments, and I've been in some environments, and this is members only shit. It's gonna stay in the members only. I don't give a shit. It's gonna stay in the members only. In some of those environments that people are just looking to create an issue. I mean, looking. It's one of those environments that everyone just has all day or close to it, right? Double-digit years, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years, and all this shit. They're just looking for issues. This cabrón right here, right? His ears are so fucking orejas de satélite. He can pick up a clear fucking TV signal in Singapore, right? From California. I think he's in California. Would just smirk. All he had to do, these are principles. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm just laying out principles. All this cabrón had to do was just smirk at the fact that a child was essayed, was assaulted. Again, that's what statutory grape would say. I'm not saying that. That's what statutory grape says. Read it. You didn't have to read the definition of a PDF file and CHOMO, and that's actually a street word. That's not even a fucking real word, but it's a street word, right? All he had to do is smile at it, and you're the next one to go. And all this cabrón has to come back is, well, you're a cornball. Well, you can call me a cornball all you want, but guess what? I have never done nothing against a female, much less in my entire motherfucking life have I ever done something to a child. But I'll hold. All right, let's go. Let's keep it pushing, man. Let's keep it pushing, cabrones. SJ408 says he should just tattoo the whole face so they don't want. Damn, man, cabrones. That's right. Death Row. That's right. Chicanos on a firme night. It's Friday night, cabrones. I hope you're enjoying the YouTube yarda tonight. I do want to get back into the main governor. I do want to play that clip. 70 Christians, and no one's talking about it. We're just found beheaded in the Congo. I want to get to that clip as well, but it is what it is. Mikey L's in the casa. That's right. We know who is not a numbers guy. Yeah, those are the ones that, the number guys are the ones, hey, match this, match that, super chat this, super chat that. I mean, I get it. It's a good thing. Who doesn't like a heart, like, comment, share, fucking tap? You know what I mean? You see people on TikTok all day, tap, 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 tap. That's crazy. But they're getting paid for doing it. Now, this cabron, he says he's a fitness guy. I could probably outdo him, though, easily. But maybe I'm younger than him. I don't know. I'm 44. You know what I mean? But it's nothing personal. It's nothing. It's just the internet, man. It's just the internet. That you would This is just another one. Another enabler. Another enabler on the internet, man. Again, I just feel like saying again, I'm not the judge and jury. I'm not walking on water. I'm not perfect. No, I'm not saying none of these things, man. I'm just saying, if you want to come off as a street dude, when the street rules get shown to you in your face, all of a sudden you don't want to stare in the mirror. You wanted to be the street guy, and the street rules say you're done. You're done. You're done. 3 up, 3 down on the YouTube yarda. Trip on that video. All right, let's get back in the comment section. Beanie's in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Beanie has been with me since day numero uno, man. I appreciate you, Beanie. Gracias for tapping in, man. The YouTube yarda has spoken. It is what it is. Absolutely. There's no point of trying to save face. It's just the internet. You could win the internet back, though. You can. You could get everyone rallying behind you. Hey, I support you. Hey, I'm with you. Hey, I feel you. Hey, I'm for you. But what about the victim? No one is talking about the victim. Well, she drugged him. Well, she tricked him. Well, however it was, you ended up on the other side. Just goes to show the IQ should have been what it was coming. Like you were coming off as having this high Q. Well, this and that and this and that and this and that. And then I was the only YouTuber. That said the elephant in the room is the paperwork that was read. And the biggest irony, the paperwork that was read that was causing the fucking wall between unity, right? They probably hated each other so much they weren't even gonna fucking have it anyways. I still I live optimistically every time. Now that I gone with the Hispanic Assembly, we're doing politics and all this other shit now. I'm knee deep in it now. I have to be able to work objectively, cross the aisle, and get shit done for the raza, man. That you were coming off as that is so fucking bad, man. It would have been better to not read the paperwork. It would have been better to apologize, at least apologize. But that didn't happen. It didn't happen. What's happening is digging the hole deeper, deeper, deeper. And no one wants to hear it, man. The only people that want to hear it got your back. Got your back. All right, let's go. American Cholo's winning the Academy Award. Oh, man. It just chemo. And, you know, we got the YouTube Yarda Awards coming up in December. We always recap the whole year. We got enough clips right now to do the YouTube Yarda Awards right now. It's just, it's what's right is right, man. What's wrong is wrong. I didn't even listen to the fucking cornball Oreja de Satélites video. But I'm assuming, well, one, he's talking shit. And I'm assuming he probably had his own share of underage children because he's laughing about it. Why else would you laugh about it? Why else would you laugh about it? Just like, why else would you say, well, they're judging you based that she was 16 years old and that's wrong? What the Shit ain't making sense, man. The shit ain't adding up, man. The math is not mathing. 2 plus 2, I guess, is 5 to some cabrones. All right, let's keep it pushing. The audacity. Yeah, that's right, man. I don't know, man. We're gonna keep it pushing though. Let's keep it moving, man. You're telling me, man. I appreciate you taking the time to acknowledge my comment, Carnal. Absolutely, David Sanchez. He said, I just believe, and David Sanchez is that's the name of one of the founders of the Brown Beret, cabron. Just to let you know. I'm not sure if you knew that, but that's a name, cabron, of a legend. He started the Brown Berets, one of the founders. I just believe in the old adage of birds of a feather, but you said what was right, and I support that. That it is a case-by-case basis, but you're not going to stop the internet from throwing people under the bus. I mean, you can't, right? You're not going to stop the internet but say, hey, this person attaching that person. I'm just keeping it a buck, man. I seen so much, and I have seen some people go out with their homies too. I seen that. The only one that had to go out was him. But since, you know, your ace coon boons from day one, you know, from grade school, and they wanted to go out with them, now they both are gone, right? Both got medevac, both got life flighted, etc. That's a personal choice. That's a personal choice. But when there's nothing that sticks, there's nothing you can stick to a person. Period. You know what I mean? This is another thing that I didn't like, man. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there now. Now let's put it on the internet, man. I didn't like one time I had a conversation with that individual, the tattoo artist. And it wasn't a long conversation. It was like a 10-minute conversation. And you know what this guy told me on this conversation? All this guy was doing was talking shit about Tony A. This guy was talking shit about Tony A and was going every fucking 2 weeks over there, jumping on the podcast. Yet it just showed the character to me of this individual, of how he's talking to me, but he's talking shit about Tony A. Now, I'm not stirring the pot, so that's none of my business. So my name's Bennett. I ain't in it. But that was the first indicator that something's off, man. Something's off. I get it. No one's perfect. I'm not saying I'm walking on water over here. My wife knows this. She might be one of the only ones that knows this because, you know, my wife knows me as close as almost as God, and my mom knows me, or even better, right? That I don't give a shit. I never gave a shit like how I looked. I never gave a shit about how people thought about me. I never did. And maybe I should have. You know, maybe I should have. I would have been spending money on wardrobe or whatever the fuck, right? But I never gave a shit. So that's none of my business. But when an individual got on the phone with me and all he did was badmouth Tony the whole fucking time, I'm not going to go over to Tony and be like, hey, Tony, this fucking guy. Nah, that's not my place. It's not my place, man. That was the first time I had a red flag about that individual. He ain't going to deny that. The receipts are there. The 1818. Yo, Mikey, what AC is doing is out of pocket. Did you hear what he said about Chicanos? Let's go ahead and bring that up, man. Let's see, because let's talk about it. Let's see if if I got something twisted. Here it is. Let me see. All right, so let's go. Let's bring this clip up. You wanted to bring it. You want to bring it, cabron? Let's go ahead and talk about it. This is the clip. And again, not looking at it like I want to go after this cabron. I want to fucking put his head on a silver platter. We're looking at this shit with common sense, objectively. Again, this is just something that I did. It's 2025. We're squashing the old shit. The issues that we're talking about right now, these cabrones need to be talked about. These are the cabrones we don't want around our wives. We don't want around our children. Period. Well, let's talk about it. Here it is. Let's see what was said. And this is in regard to the 818's comment.
If Chicano means boning a 16-year-old when you're 39, homie, I'd rather be 100% catracho, way. I'm good.
It's not for you, homie. It's not for you.
Yeah, that life ain't. If Chicano means boning a 16-year-old when you're 39, homie, I'd rather be 100% catracho, way. I'm good.
It's not for you, homie. It's not for you.
Yeah, that life ain't.
All right. I got to repeat that fucking 5 times. So what was going on? Let's give some context. I believe he was on the phone with the co-host, Boo Boo. And again, me and AC, again, we're not just going back. The videos are up. It's old shit. The word Chicano. He had issues with people that I was associating with on YouTube. Let's keep it a buck. People I was associating with on YouTube. I ring announced the gunner and the Cholo trucker fight. He had an issue with that. And it started like that, right? And then he started lumping people in a group. Then people started fucking shooting shots at each other. And it seemed like it was one group against another group. I backed the fuck up. Like, I'm out. Leave me the fuck out of this shit. You know what I mean? Here I am, living life. Turned the shit around, did a 180. What the district attorney called the poster boy for gangs is now in the community, going to the juvenile hall and going to the camp and doing the most for the community. But again, it's a small grain of sand. It really ain't shit, but a lot of people don't do shit, so I guess it's worth mentioning. So they're at a tattoo. It was Boo Boo, and I think he was with Droops from Hoodstocks. I mean, Droops from, see, it's even hard to say that. It's still Droops from Hoodstocks. It still leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But now it's Droops from the hater world, okay? I wonder how much more he's giving them. You know what I mean? Is it really worth the trip? Because in YouTube money, I think the cabron is breaking even every month. At that, the agreement must be whatever we get paid is whatever you get. Something like that, right? I don't think he wants to lose money because then Droops where is he going? From Highland Park to San Bernardino every day? But anyways, they're at a tattoo place. This is context, right? Context for this one. This is the one we're talking about right now. People want to talk about this one right here. Let's talk about it. Well, let's hear it one more time.
Atracho, way. I'm good.
It's not for you, homie. It's not for you.
Yeah, that life ain't. If Chicano means boning a 16-year-old when you're 39, homie, I'd rather be 100% catracho, way. I'm good.
It's not for you, homie. It's not for you.
Yeah, that life ain't.
All right. The way I see it, cabron, again, the phone call was made. They're on the live. Of course, they're talking about his personal beefs. Again, the tattoo artist reading the fake paperwork that all of a sudden his career is over because he got a 16-year-old girl pregnant. Those are the principles. Everything else, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear it. And of course, there was this, and I had a part to do with it. I did, man. I actually have to admit it, right? I had a part in gaslighting the whole Chicano thing, right? It wasn't that I was feeling some kind of superiority or that it's brown power or if you're not brown, you're not down or trying to, the last thing I was trying to do is separate and cause division. It was just a principle of something, right? It was a principle of something. And then come to find out, well, if it happens to be true that the tattoo artist has one parent that is not Mexican, well, then, yeah, technically, then you're not. But again, that's a whole different topic. He called in. And he said, hey, they've been, American Cholo has been identifying as a Chicano, which I don't have a problem anymore with. Leave that alone. I'm done, man. That fucking conversation is over here. It's at the bottom. It's a year ago, 2 years ago. It's over, man. But he's saying they kept him out of the Chicano box for so long. That means a couple podcasters, right? They kept him out of the box. Now he's like, well, if this person over here that was, he said in his word, King Chicano. I mean, I don't know what the fuck King Chicano means. If this person, King Chicano, that's funny as hell. What the fuck? He said that fucking AC said King Chicano. He said, if this guy's King Chicano, then I'm cool. I'd rather just be Catracho. I don't see him as what you said, bro, out of pocket. I didn't take it like that, but you're going to take it the way you take it, bro. You know what I mean? You're going to get off where you're mad at, and whatever made you mad makes you mad. Okay, just be careful, cabrón. Don't have too many fucking buttons, okay? When people realize that you have a button, they're going to find out you got a button, and then they're going to push it every single time. Boom, boom, boom. And then you're going to get people power over you. Then you're going to be a puppet and not even know it. So don't let the emotions control it, but I didn't see it like that. Again, people were saying now, oh, fucking Mikey, you're defending it. I'm not defending a damn thing. I'm trying to ask you guys. I mean, the phone number's up if you guys want to call in. 831-240-4328, man. SoCo 1918 says, he said he's happy. He's a happy guy. That's why he smiles. Laugh out loud. The dude is a straight weirdo. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's keep it pushing, man. That's right, cabrón. Quique de Escondidos in the casa. That's right. Francisco Guzman says, that fool was talking shit. Damn. He's two-faced. That fool been no good. Damn, man. I don't know about the been no good. I'm just like, someone sent me a comment. Well, when did this, that I guess the individual said, when did the game change? I never seen the game change, man. The game hasn't changed. The only thing that has changed is behind the walls. There's been some changes behind the walls. Of course, the face of the game looks different now, right? You got fucking, you got Edgar haircuts, skinny jeans, and Chargers. But the game and the principle hasn't changed. You can't explain that shit away. There's nothing you could do. There's no coming back from that. There's no saving face. Again, we're beating a dead horse. Let's keep it pushing, man. Let's read the last ones. The wood chipper is low. Oh, it was. Oh, okay. So it wasn't Highland Park Droops. Then I apologize because I misspoke then. But he was with the tattoo artist. They called in and he was kind of clowning them, kind of saying, hey, you know, they don't want you, they didn't want you to be Chicano. So they threw that out there. Again, however you see it, this channel right here, that came across my feed. He posted something to me not too long ago as well on that channel. It is what it is, man. You want to find something to throw on someone, you're going to find something to throw on someone. All right, let's keep it pushing, man. Let's keep it pushing. My tío was a head figure in the Brown Berets. He was the architect of Mecca. Somos de Soledad, my boy. That's right, cabrón. So you're local. You're local. You're just south. About maybe 16 miles from me, cabrón. That's right, cabrón. I met a lot of solid dudes, man, from Soledad. There's a couple of big families, man. Ledesma family, the Banuelos family. We go all the way back, man. Crazy shit. Those are members-only stories. That's all it's going to be. Corcodor Securities in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Are people drinking and streaming? Oh, man. What a trip, man. All right, man. Hold on. Let's go back into it, man. Let's see what's going on, man. Don't forget to hit that like button. Live on Chicano Tube. Live on Chicano Street. We're back on Chicano Street Studios, gente. Do me a favor. Just hit that pinchy like before we wrap it up. We're going to get to the last couple things that I wanted to talk about of the night. Something more substantial than people trying to save face, people trying to defend themselves, touching kids, and all the enablers and all the sympathizers. And well. No one wants to hear your well. No one wants to hear your well. All right, here it is. let's go over to, let me see who covered that story. Wasn't them. Okay, let me see. All right, here we go. Add this to the stage. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Here we go. Switch it over to IG. This is something that I wanted to go ahead and talk about, man. This is something that no one's talking about.
Have been found beheaded. Yes, beheaded in a church in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Why is no one reporting this? Why does no one seem to care? Well, let me bring in Dexter Van Zyl, an expert on anti-Christian violence. Dexter, what can you tell us about this absolutely barbaric atrocity?
Okay, well, first of all, it took place in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is a huge country with about 105 million people, that right now is basically in a conflict with neighboring Rwanda over territory in Kivu, okay? And the violence was perpetrated by an organization that was affiliated with ISIS. And the thing is that there are some people who have argued that they are essentially working on behalf of Rwanda, because Rwanda is a neighboring country that covets and is actually taking control of an awful lot of the mineral resources.
70 Christians have been found.
There it is. 70 Christians were beheaded in the Republic of Congo. More than 70 bodies, including mujeres, niños, ancianos, the elderly, were discovered on Valentine's in a church of the Evangelical and Baptist Center of Congo and Africa. And the world is not talking about it. Just let me go ahead and bring this up real quick. It's crazy how in modern day society, you know, you could talk about God, little g, not capital G, little g God, right? Gods, whatever you want to say, the gods of this, the gods of that. We've heard people talking about, there's a lot of different things, right? But when you talk about the capital G God, people get mad, people get pissed. Since they're so, this is what I believe, since they're so offended, gente, with the capital G God, again, whoever your higher power is, that's up to you. I'm a Christian. That's just it. It's cemented in stone. You can't change my beliefs. It is what it is, right? Capital G God. When they refer to the capital G God, people get mad. People get upset. All of a sudden, they don't want freedom of religion. Your God's okay, but my God of the Holy Bible is not okay. This is why I think a lot of these stories go under wraps. They don't get covered. People don't want to admit that there is a bias to different religions, but there is. Because you can say God all you want, but when you tie God into Jesus, all of a sudden, woo, watch out. People get mad and upset. There's a popular organization called the Voice of Martyrs. The Voice of Martyrs organization is some of the most aggressive evangelicals. Basically, what they do is they grab the map of the whole world. There's places that are red on that map. And it's not red Republican or not red Norteños and it's not red Bloods. It's red because it's hostile territory to evangelical Christians. You know what these cabrones do? They go to the red. They go to the red and they spread the message of the gospel. And a lot of times they don't come back out. They'll end up like most of the apostles. They'll end up like most of the disciples, right? Like especially when the ones that were in the upper room, tongues of fire came down, boom, and there was a good group there, and they all went out and just started spreading, right? With the Holy Spirit powered, and here we go. Most of them were beaten. Most of them were tortured. Most of them were beheaded. Most of them were burned alive. Most of them had their limbs tied to horses, tied to machines, ripped off their bodies. while everyone is laughing at it. While everyone is laughing at it. But again, we're in a society, well, if you talk about my religion, whoo. But how about I return that energy right back to you? Well, you don't want to hear that, right? I think it's a damn shame, man. I think it's a tragedy. They're trying to hide it. But again, these are territories that are just very hostile, man. You got warlords over there in Africa. And I think that's Congo. Is that North Africa? That's North Africa, I think. Dangerous, hostile toward Christians. I wanted to bring a little bit of light to that. No one is talking about that yet. There's 70 bodies, man. 70 bodies. I know we were talking about YouTube, yada shit, but I think that's a whole lot more important, man. That's right, Cabron. Beanie, I appreciate you. That's right, Cabron. 818. Let's go ahead and read this comment. All right. So, Mikey, are you telling me you're residing with the peseta American? And I know what you mean, Cabron, but you meant to say cholo, but I know what you said. You said coward, Cabron. Bro, I don't. Who the fuck am I putting my hand in the fire for, bro? Come on. At the end of the day, think about it. I'm putting my hand in the fire for something. I'm talking about a situation. And he has every right to beat this shit every single day because you're a motherfucking liar if you think or you say that if the shoe wasn't on the other foot, he wouldn't have still been trending 2 weeks later. That's a lie. But I get how people say it, man. I get how personalities clash. I get all that stuff. But the principle stays the same, cabron. Unless the principle is there, there's no right or wrong. You can't judge it. You want to lift the principle and change it to save your reputation and your career? That's wrong when there's a victim. All right. Caller, you're live on Chicano Street. What you got to say? Can you hear me, cabron? My bad. I'm gonna have to tap back then. All right. Maybe it was the volume. I don't know. Here we go. Chemo, the dude with big ears looks like Rourke Jr. from Sin City movie. No, he actually looks like Richard Simmons. Oh shit, man. Kick it like those, man. That's crazy, man. The DRC started beef when they wiped out 800,000. Yeah, that's that tribal warfare that's been going on over there for a while. It's crazy, man. It's going so deep, man. I don't know, man. That's crazy shit that's even going on. But to persecute a group just because of their religion? Imagine that were to happen in this country. 70 people died. And to be honest, if it did happen in this country and the 70 people, because of politics, some people saw it, that they hated the guys because of their politics. There's some people that put politics above humanity. That's a fucking shame. People that put politics before what's right and right, what's wrong is wrong. People that put friendships over what's right and right and what's wrong is wrong. That don't change the principle, man. The principle is always going to remain the same, man. That's right. P-Dog's in the cast. I'm just tuning in, bro. But yeah, if they had lithium or some resource out there in Uganda, America would be using that more high ground over there and throwing it in the protection of democracy. It's just like the wars, cabron, in the Middle East. People would protest over the wars, and they knew when Bush and all that got in there. They knew that the war was about oil. They knew when they got Saddam Hussein out of there, and Saddam Hussein's mansion full of gold Uzis, gold phones, ivory beds, you name it. Saddam Hussein, right? A lot of people were protesting and said, how many barrels of oil per U.S. life must it take? Some shit like that, right? We know that they'll come up with something, but then go in there like people are talking about right now with Mexico. right? Mikey, what do you think? You think 47 is gonna go to Mexico and he's gonna do shit? Well, I don't know if he is or not, but I'll tell you what, any country that feels a trespass, every country that feels a trespass is gonna feel slighted that another country is trying to step on their toes. Caller, you're live on Chicano Street. What you got to say?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hey, loud and clear. I appreciate you calling back, cabron.
A couple of things. As far as American Cholo, I think that's a non-issue. They were pretty much just clowning about the whole Chicano thing, so that's a non-issue to me. For now, the Trump thing, that was a little bit more interesting. What you were saying in the beginning. So they're saying they're getting all these billions, right? But they're also saying that they want to give out $5,000 in stimulus checks. Now, here's the thing. There's millions of taxpayers in the United States. So somehow, some ways, the math ain't adding up as far as what they're saving. Because the money they're saving, even though it's a good amount, it's still not enough to give everyone $5,000. So I'm still skeptical as far as that goes. It's good to find government ways, but then we have to also ask ourselves, what are they going to spend that money on? Who is it benefiting? Do they have another agenda? I mean, it's still too early. Let's just wait and see how this administration does. The eggs are still not down. Gas is still not down. So let's just give it some time to see what happens with this whole Trump thing.
Yeah, no, I
now,
agree
another
with you.
thing that they're not talking about is with this whole immigration. Joe Biden was deporting 50,000 weekly, and Donald Trump's at 5,000. So that's another thing that's not adding up.
Okay. Yeah, you know, we're about 1 month, right, into the new administration. So, you know, most presidents have like a 100-day plan, right? They're going to come out with their first 100-day accomplishments. Saving that money, cabron, okay, saving the money is basically, it's not creating money. So the $5,000 is not going to come from all the cuts of being the world's savior and helping the whole world. But what it is going to do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's not, there's
I just thought you were part of that. I started cutting you off, but I think we have a lag. But just real quick, I think that was propaganda that I was hearing from a lot of channels. So I thought you were going with that.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. No, nothing is concrete. All right now, you're right. It's just words behind a podium or pulpit. A lot of people, you know, have their doubts on Elon Musk. A lot of people don't know, good guy, bad guy. He's planted there. You know, you've hardly ever seen the richest man in the world, and some people are calling him the smartest man in the world. You've never seen that person take, like, I don't know if the fucking guy's living in the White House. I mean, every time I see him, he's next to the president's desk. So I don't.
Yeah, so it's weird, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, a billionaire getting involved with politics at that level. I mean, he's now overlooking all his billions and his businesses. So it's weird to be that he would do that.
Could it be a good guy, though, in your opinion, before you go? What do you think? Good or bad?
You know what? It's 1 month. I'm going to just wait and see. I still don't know. It's a shock value. I wasn't a Trump supporter because of his last term. But since he's already the president, I'm rooting for him, and I'm rooting for the people and for the country to do good.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the people to win, just like you, cabron.
That's pretty much. All right, man. Have a good one. And as far as the other guy, I mean, what's there to say? Fucking weirdo.
Now, what do you think? What do you think about people about enabling? Do you want to hear excuses?
No, all I really wanted to do is go away. But like you said, I'm disappointed in the other content creators. One thing I do disagree with you, where you said it was a street issue. I don't think that crime is a street issue. I think that crime affects a lot of people and a lot of innocent families. Not necessarily that they have anything to do with the streets. Now, it's up to the streets that he was a so-called street dude It is up to the streets to take care of that issue. But that issue, you know, it's something that affects the whole community. Like, you're fucking up the life of a 60-year-old, and maybe the kid, because now the kid's gonna grow up in a fucked up household.
Damn. Those are facts. Those are facts. My boy, I appreciate the call.
All right, have a good one.
Andale, you as well. That was a good caller right there. 831-240-4328. The lines are now open. Anyone of anyone. You know what I mean? Anyone that wants to say anything, cabrones. The line is there for everyone. Even if I brought you up, the line is open right there. Bring it to the Raza's court. If you want to plead your case, let the people know what you want to say or why you said what you said. Because the way I see things, that shit was is drilled. It was drilled, right? Women and children. Automatic career-ending move, and it's a wrap. But just what he was saying about the DOGE cuts, yes, they're finding this money was mismanaged. That's not going to create new money, just like printing new money is not going to solve the economy's problem. You know what I mean? It's like printing diplomas for cabrones. It's not going to make them smarter. We need to go back to the drawing board and figure out how we can save money, but we're only 31 days in. I am holding this administration accountable on a lot of things, but the number one thing that I'm really going to bat for is pathway to citizenship. I want pathway to citizenship for people that have established they're in this country, they're working, they're paying taxes, they're upstanding citizens, they're not breaking crimes. We do need to create some kind of system, and it's going to be like a whole revamp of the system, which it's a lot. One cabron can bring it up and set it smooth and keep it going, and then in the next 4 years, another cabron can tear it all down and say, no, the border wall, security, vetting people, all that's racist, and here we go again. Beanie says they found your tax money. Shit, man. The tax money was going to condoms way. That was another thing that I heard. I was so disappointed, man. I was so disappointed, bro. I was like beyond disappointed. Another thing that helps your case is you didn't wear a condom. I'm so disappointed, man. I don't even know where to begin, man. I don't even know where to begin. And then I heard the other cabron said, hey, well, it was like a blessing in disguise. It keeps getting worse and worse for that cabron. The oldest Bible, that's right, cabron, is in Ethiopia in Africa, man. That was crazy, man. Like when they found the Dead Sea Scrolls, that's crazy, man. The papyrus, the paper was so old. They don't even want to touch the Dead Sea Scrolls, as fragile as those pinche pedazos de papeles are, man. That they got in there, a lot of the books that weren't included, that's a whole nother one. That one I would love to have a Bible talk about, but it is what it is, right? Do people know how many 100 millions are in a billion? 999, 999, 999, and 99 cents. They'll cover it easy. Absolutely. Absolutely. But they're screaming, bro. The same people that wanted to give out money, the same people that were saying, come on over the border. We want you here. And then they end up bleeding the resources, bro. And it costs $130,000 for anyone that comes over the border to take advantage of the welfare, food stamps, medical expenses, and the taxpayers are paying for that. So that's why I hear American Cholo get really passionate about that subject. It's the taxpayers. I heard him say the other night, he's like, shit, I always got to pay taxes. Hey, I know the feeling, cabron. I know the feeling. Mikey L says reparations. That's right. St. Cal, that's right, my boy. I appreciate you. I just seen Bakersfield Boxing, bro. They had a sparring day. I hope they get all those issues resolved. That way we can get back into some Bakersfield boxing, man. P-Dog says knocking out 30 cholos is possible on his show. got all offended. The mayor of San Francisco when he said Hondurans are bringing. Oh, I think I remember that clip. I don't know. He kind of uses the term low key. That is what it is, cabron. I'm not sure. That is what it is. The GCR, I appreciate you, Amiga. Gracias for tapping in. I appreciate you. Besides, Cali Mac is the same thing as Latino, but whatever I know that I am, I don't need an acronym. Well, that's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. In the defense, the condoms were all in Gaza. Damn. So the picture that was posed with the baby looking like 4 months old, 5 months old, 6 months old, that's a posed picture. Was that at 17? Was that at 17? I don't know, man. I don't even want to know, man. It's already fucking, my stomach's already in knots about that shit. Still out here doing the fire cleanup in the Palisades. Be back in Bakers next week. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. St. Cal has been in the casa from day one on Chicano Street. Gracias for tuning in. He's doing the good work down there, cleaning up the Pacific Palisades, getting that ready for new construction. I don't know what they got planned. There was a lot of theories going on as to why one fire turned into 4 fires, burning all of a sudden. That was crazy. I know they're only theories until they can be proven. But it is what it is, man. Hey, you got Halle out there. The tragic part about it was, I believe, and I don't know, you're down there. Maybe your boots on the ground way. There was at least 24 people that died, right? And that's only in the Palisades. What about in Altadena? What about in the other, I don't even know what other city that the other fire was in, man. So shout out to all the people. It seems like that's all calmed down. I don't know if it was, I think a lot did have to do with the president visiting California, right? He just did a press conference right off an airport hangar. He did a little photo op with Newsom. And of course, they don't like each other, right? Of course, Newsom decided to increase the taxes of Californians by $50 million because he said that the president, he's going to defend Californians against the president's policies. So Newsom increased our taxes by $50 million so men can still compete against women. He increased our taxes so boys can still go in girls' bathrooms. He increased our taxes so chirujos can still go to women's prisons, SA them, and get them pregnant. That is the stone cold truth as to why the governor increased our taxes. And that is the reason that during this last election, 10 counties flipped from blue to red. And that's another reason that sheriff out of Riverside, I believe is out of Riverside County, his name is Sheriff Bianco. I'm not fully endorsing Sheriff Bianco, just to keep it a buck with you, because I don't know his policies. I'm not one of these blind cabrones. Yeah, he's red. Everything red. Yeah, he's blue. Everything blue. Vote blue no matter who. Some of these funny little sayings, right? I want to hear the policies. That's what I want to hear. That's all I ever wanted to hear with the president, right? But it was a no-brainer. We either would have had a copy and paste another 4 years, or we would have had a reset to base these 4 years off, just like the caller called. Well, the first 4 years, at least you got some tail of the tape covered on. You got to see, even though on the tail end of it was the C. Matter of fact, I want to bring that up right now. We'll end it on that. Who put that one? What was her name? Was that Patriot Barbie? Let me see if Patriot. I think that was Patriot Barbie. Crazy. Let me see. Crazy little meme that she put out. Let me see. Was it you? Let me see. I'm trying to find that clip. I don't know if it was you or let me see if it was another. Let me see if it was this cabron right here. is it? Where is it? Well, we could look at something right here. All right. Stop. Oh, we're on IG? All right, cool. We're already on IG. Let's bring it up. Check it out. This is something on DOGE, since we wanted to talk about the numbers they're talking about. They're talking about numbers, right?
Is to try to get $1 trillion out of the deficit. And if the deficit is not brought under control, America will go bankrupt. This is a very important thing for people to understand. A country is no different from an individual in that if an individual overspends, an individual can go bankrupt, and so can a country. And the massive waste, fraud, and abuse that has been going on, which is leading to a $2 trillion a year deficit. That's what the president was handed on Jan 20th, a $2 trillion deficit. It's insane.
For this fiscal year.
Yeah, we inherited.
Yeah.
And inflation is back. I'm only here for 2.5 weeks.
That was January.
Inflation
You were there
is
for a
back.
week.
No, think of it. Inflation's back. And they said, oh, Trump inflation. I had nothing to do with it. These people have run the country. They spent money like nobody's ever spent.
Well,
so it says DOGE's aims is to cut $1 trillion out of the annual deficit, which is 50% of the current $2 trillion annual deficit that was coming into. So basically, we're just getting into debt. So here come your fucking eggs going higher, higher, and higher. Your gas has kind of been teetering a little bit. The gas has been teetering, but that's just because there's been deals with other countries for the gas, which is the main countries in the Middle East, which I do think now we have a president that at least is a strong negotiator. Whatever you want to say about him, whatever, right? But I think we at least have someone that is a strong negotiator, and I believe he's able to get the gas a little bit down, at least that. But here, $1 trillion, that's a whole lot of money. And what about, no one's even talking about this. What about the hundreds of millions of dollars that are going to fake people through Social Security that they found? That was a trip. I wonder if I could bring up that clip. Who showed up that one? Was that? Let me see if that was you. Was that you, amiga? Let me see. It was something showing the Social Security was going to some crazy thing. It was all a scam. It was all a scam. They've been lining their pockets up for years. No one's perfect. Here it is. Let me see. No, that's not it. That's not it. Okay. We're not going to show that. Let's get the last comments in of the night, you guys. I got to keep it pushing, cabrones. I'm going to tap back in with the familia. Gracias to everyone that tapped in. RIP to little Gabriel Fernandez. Absolutely, man. That's a horrible tragedy, man. It is. Today was his passing or the birthday way. I forget which one it was, man. Newsom is asking Congress for $90 billion for fire relief, but he didn't want to put no water in the hydrants way. He wanted to save a smelt, a little fish that people use as bait. He wanted to save this fish that's like an anchovy. And it cost American lives, man. That was a shame. Let's go. If something bad were to happen, wouldn't Blue Teletubby be civil and criminally liable? That's a good question. That's a question for an attorney, right? The thing is with the internet, cabron, I know a lot of people are like, oh man, don't say my name and don't mention me or that I gave you that clip and all this other stuff. Cabrones, cálmase. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to go ahead and put yourself out there for fair use, Title 107, whatever it is. We're going to react to it because you did it first. And now we're just reacting to it. And if we did have to go to court, then the truth will come out. Well, did you do what the content creator said you did, or did you not? And if the court says, if you tell you can't lie to the court, but when the court finds out that it was true, then there's substance and everything else to me gets thrown out the window. But that's just how I see it, man. That's right, cabron. China's dictator to Cali. I don't know about that, man. David Sanchez, I appreciate you, cabron. Wes Watson, no Diddy. That's right, cabron. Years or decades, that's right. Hopefully they send us those 5K. I would take that 5K kickback all day long, cabrón. What would I do with that 5K? I don't know. Fuck it. We'll head to Rosarito, way. We'll go to Rosarito. Smelt is the building blocks of the ecosystem, too. Here we go. HCB chemistry. But I don't agree with the way they were handling the problem. Why didn't they contact me? I'll fix that. Me and my fish friends can breed any fish. Orale, that's right, man. Last comments into the night, you guys. All right, you guys, I'm going to tap back in with the familia. It was a great one, man. We talked about the Menendez brothers, the new DA. He's not giving them no slack, man. $5,000 tax relief checks, I think, would help the people. People are questioning DOGE, but I don't know why, because to me, it's a good thing. To me, audits are a good thing. To me, transparency is a good thing. To me, truth is a good thing. To me, seeking the truth is a good thing. Show me. Don't tell me. Don't just follow the meme and share the meme. Show me. Don't tell me. We didn't even get into the Maine governor. I'm not going to play the clip, but the Maine governor is another one, like the governor of California, just fighting back on 47. And she is still letting men compete against women. And that's the Maine governor. And got a little bit mouthy at a leaders meeting. Got a little bit mouthy with the president. Well, I'll see you in court. And then he fucking responded, well, that will be an easy one to win. I'll tell you that, because you're just going to cut off federal funding, right? I believe he's just navigating within legal parameters. I believe that cabron has probably had lawyers around him. I'm not saying he's perfect or walking on water or Jesus or, far from it. But I believe he's had lawyers and advisors around him where when he tells the governor of Maine, that's an easy one to win too. I believe he's pretty confident that that'll happen. But it is what it is, man. Bless up. That's right, Beanie. I appreciate you. I say blue Teletubby because that fool making shirts and pushing it hard. There's a case. Damn, that's crazy, man. Something did come across my feed, right? It was, someone got harassed or bullied and she unalived herself. And it's very unfortunate, man. That's a tragedy, man. Just like, the guy, TikToker made a video. They deported my mom. They deported my mom. All of that is unfortunate. I have a lot of empathy for people, man. I'm not the kind of baboso that doesn't see shit through other people's shoes. That's not me. It's never been me. That will never be me. I don't see things through lenses or anything like that. From life experience, I know what's good. I know what's bad, period. It's just called life. It's called reality. The policies that are going to help the raza, reality lets us know what they are. The ones that aren't, they're not. But as far as what you were saying right there, also, I don't agree with politicians gaslighting things neither. I didn't agree with, one person gets unalived and it's not a Mexican, but it's a person from another country, but not like that matters because there's a family mourning, there's a funeral being planned, and there's a tragedy that happened. But I don't agree with gaslighting that as well. Well, look at this, boom, and pushing your red agenda. Well, look at this, boom, and pushing your blue agenda. I don't agree with that. Well, it's the president's fault. Really? Come on, man. Let's not let common sense go out the window. All right, you guys, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Nunes J89 says they need to audit my baby mama. And we'll leave it with this comment right here. Mikey, thank you for keeping us trucha on what's going on the spectrum. I'm just lending my voice, man. We're here on Chicano Street. We made this pinchy genre to go ahead and wake the sleeping giant up in California, which it happened, way. It happened. At the end of the day, maybe all the YouTubers weren't confessing and saying that we're aligning, but we did align. And we accomplished something, man. So we could either fucking sleep on it or take advantage of it in the next couple of years and hustle. And if you need any helps and any tips, buying, selling, investing. I mean, now they're selling properties for digital currency. The first time title companies are now, well, I'm selling properties for Bitcoin now. We could talk about all these things, which I prefer to talk about. The Chisme is what it is. Gente, with that Chisme thing, it's going to be on the internet. People are going to be talking about it. With ojos de satélite, you know you're a motherfucking sympathizer. Got you. It's on the internet forever, baboso. You do that corner to corner grin all you want. But guess what I've never done? I've never had that shit on my jacket. I'm out, you guys. I'll tap back in with the familia. I'll see you guys probably on Sunday night. We'll run another stream. I'm out. Remember what I always say, beautiful linda raza, hit that like button, man. That's all I ask, man. I'll wait another minute for you to run those likes up. I don't know how many likes we got, but I hope it's something, man. Run those likes up. Get that up and going, man, because Chicano Street, we're just taking it there. And we got 4 people that RSVP'd for the town hall. I appreciate those 4 people. I'm not going to put the flyer and the poster out. And if there's anyone you want to hear on the town hall, a repeat guest, someone that you want to come back, you value their voice, go ahead and drop a comment at the bottom of this video, and I will go ahead and reach out to them and see if we can get them on the panel to talk about everything we just talked about tonight and some. Well, of course, not the Chisme shit. The Chisme shit is the novela. That's all just, it is what it is. These cabrones keep falling by the wayside. I can't with these cabrones no more. I'm out. I'm out, you guys. I'll catch you guys on the rebound. Remember what I always say? In the end, all you got is the memories.